Good morning, guys. Today is Thursday, the 7th of May, 2020, and this is our English lesson. So, as always, what you're going to need to take part in your English today is paper, if you're using your orange book, or if you're using a sheet of paper, that's fine, a pencil, and if you're going to take part in the challenge today, you're going to need space to dance, so you don't need any space to write. Stop the video here and write today's date at the top of your page, please. Thursday, the 7th of May. Okay, it's our last day of doing these spelling words for the week because it's a 4-day week. Tomorrow is a holiday. And our words are build, guide, guard, wheat, whale, honest, whirl, gnome, gnaw, and surprise. And remember, those are all words that have silent letters in them. So for our spelling task today, we're going to do some silly sentences. And as an example there, my cat wears a yellow hat when she goes dancing. You need to write some silly sentences using your spelling words. You don't have to do all of them, just do a few. Stop the video here, do your silly sentences, and make sure that you send me the evidence on Class Dojo. Alright, for our spelling, punctuation, and grammar, we're still using inverted commas. And today I want you to correct these sentences by adding in the correct punctuation. What would you rather have? Asked Mum. Your turn, laughed the boy. Start the test now, said the teacher. So we're looking for our commas and inverted commas around a direct speech. And I want you to try and do the 3 of them by yourself. Remember, inverted commas go around what is actually said. Have a go, and then when you come back, we will correct the sentences together. Okay, let's get them corrected and see how you got on. First one, what would you rather have? Asked Mum. Now that sentence already has a question mark in it because Mum's asking the question, which is fine. We leave that in. And we're thinking about what is Mum actually asking. So she's saying, what would you rather have? So we've got inverted commas at the beginning, a comma. We don't need a comma here because we've got our question mark, and inverted commas up the top. So, what would you rather have? Asked Mum. Second, your turn, laughed the boy. Now, we're thinking about what the boy is actually saying, and it's a nice, short, simple one. He's saying your turn. So the first word that he's saying is your turn, comma, inverted commas, laughed the boy. And our last sentence, start the test now, said the teacher. We're thinking about what the teacher is actually saying. So the teacher's saying, start the test now. So inverted commas at the beginning, comma here as you pause, and inverted commas to close off. Okay, we are learning to. We're using imperative verbs and fronted time adverbials, building on from yesterday's work. Now, what you'll see on my whiteboard is I've started with another subheading, and I wrote down mine's as method. Now, you can do the same. You can call it instructions, you can call it recipe, whatever you want to call it. You can call it as long as it makes sense. This is a part of our instructional writing where we're telling the person what to do. So pause the video here, write your subheading, then come back. Okay, first thing we have to do when we're writing instructions when it comes to the methods is we make sure that we number them. They've got to be in chronological order, so we always start with number 1. Then look at your notes from yesterday. We want to start with a fronted time adverbial. Mine is in green, so I wrote firstly, comma. That's my fronted time adverbial. Then after the comma, I put in an imperative verb. I'm telling the person what to do first. They're going to fry the bacon using a pan. What I want you to do, think about what your first step is for your sandwich. Now you might not be having bacon in your sandwich, it might be something else. Start with number 1, use your fronted time adverbial, then a comma, and then use an imperative verb, tell the person what to do. Go write your first instruction, pause the video, and then come back. Okay, my second instruction, I've started with number 2, because it's the next thing I want them to do. Chronological order, 2 comes after 1. And then I've got next, comma, so that's my fronted time adverbial. Slice is my imperative verb. the tomato using a sharp knife and chopping board. So what I want you to do is think about what you want the person to do next, what will come in order. Use number 2, using fronted time adverbial, an imperative verb, and write your second instruction. Now if you're finding it tricky, you can use the same instructions that I'm using, or you can create a totally different language. It's up to you. Okay, what you have to do now is carry on your instructional writing. I've only done a few steps so you can see it. You need to do all the steps. Now, when it comes to your last one, you might want to end it the same way that I have. So my last step was number 10. Yours might be less than number 10 or it might be more than number 10. Number of steps doesn't matter. My fronted time adverbial is finally, comma, and my imperative verb is to eat and enjoy. That's how I'm finishing mine off. So you have to write the instructions for the method today. And remember, when you've completed your work, make sure you take your evidence and send it to me on Class Dojo. Okay, now that you've done your instructions, you should be finished your instructional writing. Now, if your adult says that you're allowed to, you can make your sandwich and then send the evidence into Class Dojo. So if you're going to cook something, or if it's going to be something like a peanut butter sandwich, and whoever's at home says you're allowed to, you can cook it and take some evidence and send it into Class Dojo. And for our challenge today, I've put the link in our video description. We're going to follow some instructions to create a dance. And if you can do it, don't forget to send in some photos or send in some evidence to Class Dojo to see how you got on. Well done, and enjoy your long weekend when you're finished your work today.